Hi, this is Dame Pasty here with your weekly recap and review of the Season 6 Game of Thrones first episode entitled The Red Woman. This was a really full episode because they had to touch on all of the storylines in order to get everyone up to date and on the same page. I mean, most viewers don't remember everybody's name, much less where or what they were doing at the end of last season. So we start at the wall. Does Davos see anything beyond a gazillion liters of blood in the snow? Probably not. Only weirdos like us see symbols of dragon wings and blood patterns. That reminds me, I need to make an appointment with my psychiatrist. And why exactly are they protecting the body? For all they know, Jon could rise as a white. I really hope they explain why they are protecting the body. And didn't you expect Mel to start praying over him as soon as she saw his body? But it kind of makes sense. She's really doubting her faith and she feels horrible for screwing up so badly with Stannis. I'm wondering what it will take to make her try to bring Jon back. Here's to hoping that the wildlings arrive to save the day, or at least save Jon's corpse from further desecration, and keep his loyal men and our favorite pooch alive. Although, if they do put him in a pyre, does anyone want to lay bets on whether Jon's body will actually burn? I'm placing my money that he would survive the funeral pyre. Next we go to Winterfell. You didn't think that Ramsay was actually feeling any genuine emotion, did you? In true psychopathic fashion, it's about what Miranda did for him. And now that she is no longer of use, he's content to feed her corpse to the kennel hounds. So who all thinks that threatening a murderous sadist is a good idea? Anyone? Anyone? No one? Yeah, it seems that only Roose Bolton thought it would be a good idea. I wonder how that's going to turn out. Now talk about shrinkage. Honestly, if Brienne didn't arrive when she did, these two would have frozen to death. There's no way on God's green planetos that Theon and Sansa could survive in the cold without the ability to pause and light a fire. Let's hope that Pod has improved his campfire skills since last season. And yes, Brienne's expression when Sansa accepted her pledge of fealty made me tear up. And Theon hugging Sansa, "Damn you actors making me feel things. How dare you." Now we go to King's Landing. Gods damn it, every time I'm ready to hate Cersei, Lena Headey does a phenomenal job acting and makes me feel sorry for her. Really, Lena, you have to stop all this Emmy-level acting shit so I can enjoy it when Cersei finally bites it. Marjorie looks the worse for wear, but it's hard to be sexy when you're covered in your own filth. How did you like that bad cop, good cop routine that Septa and the High Sparrow were using on poor Marge? One would hope that Marge can see through it, but even if she does, it's not like she can take the fifth and wait for her lawyer to show up. Until she gives them what they want, she's royally hosed. Now we go to the shit show that is Dorne. Well, I guess that answered our questions about whether Duran was in on the poisoning of Myrcella, and that would be a resounding no. The only good thing I have to say about the Dorne killings was that at least Tristane's was at least gloriously gory. Otherwise, we got another shit show. Many have asked why did Arya go down after only one stab and not get up. Well, anyone who gets stabbed in the kidney will not get up again. I don't care how big he is. And if the knife was long enough and at the right angle, it'll go through the kidney into the lung. And yes, it's sad that I even know this. Finally, we're off to Marine. Did anyone else find it strange that there were so few people in the streets here? Once again, the dialogue between Tyrion and Varys is the most entertaining, even when they are still discussing the fact that Varys is sans his equipment. When I saw the ships burning, my first and only thought was, well, fuck, Dany will not get to Westeros this season. Bastages. And speaking of not getting anywhere, Jorah's grayscale is proceeding apace. And wasn't that pause a little awkward? It just didn't fit. Why couldn't they have had his sleeve kind of roll up or expose his arm when he reached down to get the ring? Now that would have worked better. I really don't think Jorah will last the season. I enjoyed the new Khal and his snarky wives. I find it a little hard to believe that Dany forgot about the tradition of sending a Khal's widow to Vias Dothrak for early retirement. And from the look on her face, it looks like it is the worst of a bad situation. I mean, what are her options? Be a slave and be raped every night, or get cooped up with a bunch of lonely, bitter widows? Decisions. After that very brief interlude in Marine, we go to Braavos, and we get another little short thing with Arya. Well, add another name to my own little hit list. When this waif chick dies, I, for one, will cheer mightily. Poor Arya. I know she did something naughty, but hell, can you blame the girl? This scene feels like both a training lesson and a punishment. Ultimately, I think Arya will make it out of Braavos, but without the permission of the Faceless Men, and they're not going to take her going off the reservation like that well. I am predicting that a Faceless Man will eventually catch up to her after she returns to Westeros, and they will eventually kill Arya. Remember, you heard it here first. Then we're back to the wall again. Davos always brings the funny, doesn't he? Well, the rumors are true. Mel is actually an escapee from Vias Dothrak. No, seriously, she's just really, 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 really old. Was she laying down to die, or is she just doing a nightly ritual? I'm thinking it's a nightly ritual. Overall, it was a good episode, but still, like I said, Dorne sucked. I sure as heck hope the stuff in Dorne ends up meaning something. Did the episode leave me hungry for more, though? Absolutely. Which means this episode served its purpose. Now, next week, the tease shows Tyrion and Dragonfire. Seeing that made me squeal with delight. Now I'm just praying Tyrion does not get toasted like a s'more. Human s'mores are no laughing matter, except, of course, when it's someone we despise. That's it for now. I'll see you next week.